Gamers, it's Johns or Gigs back with another interesting video for you guys. Very excited to make this one. A lot of you guys have been kind of talking about like who's better, Judex or Skadi, and so I thought why not just make a video on it. Um, I've actually already got a playlist up, and I've already um, made videos like this in the past on the channel. So obviously we had the video for the creators where the winners, the 5 winners, would actually get a free Lacia for the best video that compares Lacia and Damon, right? So I was one of the winners of that. So that one's in the playlist. I've also got kind of an older one discussing Chemist and Iris and like which one of them is best girl and which one of them is a better hero. And that one's kind of an older one, and so we might end up redoing that one. I also put a few newer videos into the tier list just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Um, I think we're gonna go ahead, right? We're gonna kind of make this a series. If you guys want to, let me know who you want me to compare next, or if you think this is kind of dumb and it's not really worth it. Because I think it's interesting to talk about different heroes and how they compare to each other, especially with tier lists being so huge, right? I'm still going to be doing the tier lists and the skin showcases. And you guys know my channel's all about the guides and comparing heroes and who's better and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of more of an educational channel along with the skin showcases, which is always super fun. So I think this is a good idea. I think it's going to be fun. And these heroes are really similar, right? We're going to talk about not only their skins, but their abilities and their weapons and, different things like movement, damage, utility, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a deep dive into these heroes and comparing them. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and we're going to kickstart it right off here with Skadi and Judex and their skins, right? Obviously, you guys know me. For me, I just play whoever I think looks coolest, right? And who's best girl, right? That's always what we're talking about on the channel and, in the discords and all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and rank the skins, right? Because that's kind of my opinion is the skins, and then unbiased and kind of third party will rank like the abilities and stuff as well. So I'll start off with saying I personally am a lot better with Judex, but like who do I think is cuter or is best girl? It's definitely Skadi. So my opinion's kind of up in the air for like who I like better. Obviously, if I'm better with Judex, I'll probably play her more. And you guys are always asking me to play her more because I'm so good with her compared to some of the other heroes. But then you have Skadi, who I straight up just love Skadi. Like just the way she looks, her personality. She's got a guitar. I think she's a more fleshed out character than Judex as far as like best girl goes. And I think she's cuter, right? Obviously, Judex has a slimmer face, whereas Skadi's a little bit more round with like the puffy cheeks and stuff. So it's kind of like personal preference. And some of you guys are probably wondering why I even have a C tier if we're going to be ranking abilities. And that's because we're going to rank skins first. And we're just straight up going to start off with these skins. Now, Judex, her Wasteland Justice is a legendary, and the Diesel Junk skin for Skadi, which is this one right here, that one is actually a epic, so like a purple tier. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't like either of these skins. They're terrible. I hate them. They're bad, right? You guys probably, maybe you guys like them. It kind of depends on my mood if I will ever run anything like these. If they have a purple skin, I'll run it if they don't have a legendary. But for now, these skins are really bad, especially if you're looking at the little dots, you'll see that there's a lot of crazy cool stuff for the skins and abilities. So we'll probably actually take these back off. No, we'll fill up the whole tier list. Why not? The next one is the Judge of Love skin. Now, I know I'm putting this at B, right? But I really do like it. Like, the only reason it's at B is because I think it's kind of like a situational skin. Like, if you're going to run this skin, it should only be, like, on Valentine's Day. That's a perfect time to run it. Maybe in that December area, what we're coming up to. but I really wouldn't run this skin outside of it, and that's the only reason it's in B. I think it's an A tier skin, but since it's a themed skin, right? It's about a holiday or um, a specific time period, then that's why we're going to put it at B, because I just think not a lot of people are going to pick it up, even if they like it, just because you can run it whenever you want. Obviously, you can do whatever you want with your skins, but if you're going to run this skin, you should probably um, only run it on holidays. I think that's what a lot of people would do. They'll run the other skins before they run this one, just because some people aren't really a big fan of the pink. But overall, I love the skin. I think it's A tier. The only thing that brings it down to B is the fact that it's like a holiday skin. And that brings us to the Chief Bodyguard skin. I love this skin. It's awesome. It's so good. It's very simple. Um, She's got the scorpion. She's got the blue tie. It really brings it all together with the gold accents on the black suit and the glasses. But what's making it not S tier is the haircut. I honestly, you have to be really cute to pull off a Karen style haircut. It's like the pixie haircut almost. And Judex has like a shaved head on the other side, or it's pulled back or slicked back or whatever. And honestly, if she had different hair, I'd love this skin. I understand it's like a business type of hairstyle. It's something that she would normally rock, but even if they just kind of had like a ponytail on the back or something, um, or it wasn't like flopped over to one side, like that was maybe some bangs coming out, I think that I'd love this skin. Long hair is always, always, always one of my favorite things. And actually, if I were to rank the hair, I would say that Chief Bodyguard's underneath Judge of Love, right? But unfortunately, Judge of Love is kind of that niche, bottom of A tier, top of B tier, because it's a not a Halloween skin, a Valentine's Day skin. So we'll keep that there for now. We're gonna go ahead and just rank the only A tier skin that Skadi has. And honestly, the only reason this is A tier is because I think her other two are better. She's super cute in her, like, what is it, 50s, 60s, or maybe it's actually even 70s, like 70s, that pink lady, that diner look. That is really what I think they're going for here. Probably upper 60s, early 70s, maybe, if you're really going to go like up in the years. But I love this skin. It's super awesome. She straight up throws an egg, and it's better than the Chief Bodyguard skin, in my opinion. These are ranked, by the way. I do think the Wasteland Justice is better than Diesel Junk. But it's really good skin. She throws an egg. What more could you want? She straight up throws an egg, and she shoots her normal gun, but her guitar, right? She kind of like strums on it. It's a chicken. It's a inflatable chicken. I don't know. It's the only reason it's not S is because these two are better. Um, there's not really much to say. I think these are everybody's favorite skins for Skadi. And honestly, I know I said Valentine's Day doesn't is a holiday, but she's just too cute in her. Oh my god, it's the best. It's best girl skin 101, you guys. Like, straight up, she looks so good in the Lady Lullaby skin. Um, I said that a little fast. Lady Lullaby, right? Say that 5 times fast. She's super cute in it. And honestly, the cute factor outweighs the cool factor in the Martian skin, right? You guys know I love that skin. I actually put it in the playlist, right, where I actually got the skin. It's like a 30-minute video because I straight up just love that skin. She looks so hot in this skin. But I think the cute factor outweighs the hot factor, and that's what makes the Lady Lullaby skin the one that's gonna get her best girl. Like, straight up, you can't beat that skin. She's straight up dressed as a witch. Like, how are you gonna tell me that Judex can compete with that? I guess at the cute factor, I think the cutest one is the Judge of Love skin. So in terms of like absolutely like this makes them best girl, whatever, the Judge of Love skin has to go above the Chief Bodyguard skin because it's so cute, right? So it's kind of like that Chief Bodyguard skin's hot, right? You have the Martian one, which is hot as well. I think that they're just slightly below because I think the cute factor outweighs the hot factor. So that is what is that, 10 minutes of talking about who's best girl. You guys already know Skadi's best girl, right? But you're also here to decide who has the better kit. So we're going to actually rank their abilities, starting with their firearms. Um, I don't know why it's doing that, where it like makes the tier list lopsided, but we'll keep going. This is the HC1 repeater, Judex's gun. We'll just do this real quick. They're both S tier guns, I think. If you look at like main weapon damage, two headshots, right, is enough to kill a 5600 health enemy. So there's only what, 6 people: Shell, Skadi, Hualing, Christina, Gloria, and then Damon with her passive are going to be able to survive 2 hits from Skadi's gun, whereas Judex can kill the entire cast except for the tanks in 2 headshots, which is, I mean, it's insane, but we're going to talk about like why it's also not insane. Like, it doesn't make Judex's gun so much better, because if you think about it, all of those heroes definitely are meta heroes, but the fact that you can kill them in 2 shots is insane. It's busted. However, Skadi's gun shoots fast enough that I don't think it's a big difference, especially when you consider most heroes will be taking damage already. Just in general, they will be taking damage. They will have damage done to them already when you start to shoot them. So I don't think that little bit of health, what is it? It's like 1,000 health, is going to do much difference. So when you look at the actual raw damage numbers, a headshot from Judex's gun is 3,360, where Skadi's is only 2,800 on her Kraken heavy pistol, which is pretty decent. I think both these guns are really awesome. And when you scale them, right, like I said, 5,600 health is most heroes in the game. That's pretty much every hero except the 6 I mentioned, and also the tanks, which don't really count, because neither of these heroes can kill a tank. It takes a full mag for both of these heroes to kill a tank, and that's with all headshots too. So not really going to count that, but most of the cast can go down in 2 headshots to these heroes. So I don't think it's too much of a toss-up. When you look at the damage over time, who has higher numbers, Skadi does have that 7-round magazine as well as her passive, whereas Judex, she only has 4 shots. So basically, if you hit all headshots, that's 19,000 with Skadi and only 14,000 with Judex. And then if you're going to also stack on top Skadi's passive, that's where you're going to see a lot of the value go down over time with Judex, is she just simply does not have the capability to stand and do damage the way that Skadi does. That's going to bring us right into the passives, which, granted, they do look a little wonky just because they have like the circle with the square. You guys can see that right there. This is Judex's passive. It's bad, dude. It's bad. I hate it. It does not do as much as you wish it did. It's bad. Straight up. It doesn't give her any health. And you think, oh, if I reload, then I'm going to get some health back. You get like a maybe 500, 600 health back. And, tenacity just doesn't work as much as you wish it did, especially with a low capacity magazine. It's not that good. Maybe you can say it's B tier, but honestly, I don't even notice it half the time. Like, it might give you that little 100 health if you're reloading and maybe Johnny's little ball is shooting you or something. Like, I guess I can see where it could have its uses potentially, but overall, I don't think it is super crazy in terms of usefulness. It doesn't really do much. It has a small amount of utility. But that brings us to Skadi's passive, which I'm kind of debating. It's either A or S. It gives you an extra 150% damage. And imagine on your 4th shot, right? Because if you hit 4 consecutive, on your 4th shot, you have to hit 3 consecutive shots, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one has that 150% damage boost. And so what you're going to see is that's honestly enough to kill a full health hero. It does, I think, exactly 5,600 damage. I didn't obviously do the calculations on the percentage, but I think it's really good. The problem is auto fire will sometimes use the amp shot on the shield, or you might hit a body shot and it doesn't do enough damage. So I'm going to put it in A just because I think the skill of the player is needed to make it an S tier ability. I think if you just have a random person pick up T3 and hit 4 consecutive shots, they're probably not all going to be headshots. I guarantee you, even if you look at my gameplay, one of them's a headshot, and it's usually not the amp shot that's the headshot. So I think we're going to keep it in A for now. Just so you guys know, unbiased, right? S tier ultimate ability for Judex. Her ultimate's insane. It's busted. It's crazy. I don't really have anything else to say. It's a big AoE that deals a ton of damage. You basically kill whoever stands in it unless they're a tank and they're able to rush out to like the edge of this. They're at the edge of the circle and they rush out of the ability. Then maybe they survive. But overall, I don't think it's going to be that good compared to it's better compared to Skadi's, right? This is gonna upset a lot of people. I think Wanna Dance is an A tier, maybe high B tier ultimate. I don't think it's that good. I love it. It's awesome. It's super fun. But the problem is, even if you use it on multiple opponents, they all go in different directions. So you can still only kill one person. If they're all full health, you're only going to be able to kill one person before the other one is out of the ultimate and able to move around. It does mitigate people from shooting or using their abilities, which is really nice. But when you think about it, her Rock Blast is just better, okay? The Rock Blast is insane. It does a crazy amount of damage. It has knockback, and it's faster. So all the utility that you want from the Wanna Dance ultimate is going to be better used in her Rock Blast ultimate. So that's why I kind of think it's better. Obviously, when you're looking at, the raw damage output, Wanna Dance just isn't there. It has a lot of utility, but because it's random different directions and you still have to kill them, then, that is going to kind of bring it down. If you are playing Skadi, let's say you throw your Wanna Dance ultimate, you have to reload, and then it's a waste. Because by the time you reload, you hit 1 or 2 shots, maybe you get a kill. It's just not as useful if your team's not good. The Rock Blast does insane amount of damage, and it's back really quick. So I think it's better. We're going to talk about the rest of the abilities really quick right here because they are pretty similar. I'll be honest with you. I get these confused all the time. Straight up all the time. The stun grenades, right? So this one is the vision one, and then this one is the slow your look speed one. So what you're gonna see is the stun is insane. It's really good because the only other characters that have a vision stun, vision block ultimate are Iris, Mark, and Hunter's second ultimate. But this is a tactical, so automatically it's A tier. Good players will still be able to shoot you. Good players can get away. You can still miss the ability. And the stun grenade, it slows your aim. But if you're already looking at the Judex or whoever you're trying to shoot at, it doesn't matter too much. You'll still be able to hit at least one shot. And you also, maybe you don't die because it's the same as the Wanna Dance ultimate. If you use this, it's great. But if you don't capitalize on it, it can be kind of bad. This is Skadi's dash. Now, as a movement ability, it's B tier. However, it reloads her gun, right? The fact that you can reload all 7 bullets in literally a half second, where Judex, you reload. There you go. Now you're reloaded. It takes at least a full second to 2 seconds to reload with Judex, whereas Skadi doesn't have to do that at all. Even her reload is faster. Judex will actually be canceled out of her reload if you use her ability like that. So when you're looking at it, the second active for Skadi is better than Judex's because it reloads the gun and it is a movement ability as well. And that is why you're kind of seeing this change um, in tiers where all of Skadi's abilities are much higher because both of her skills give her movement. The reason the web, right, it's called dub stop because she has it stops them in their tracks, and dub for music, right? The reason you're seeing that in S tier is because it stops movement. There's only one other ability that's even close, and it's Damon's tactical. You could say that Lacia has her dart that slows them, but she's paid, so I don't count that. I don't think that's fair to count an ability for a paid hero when you're comparing free to play heroes. Dub stop's insane. You can stop any flanker, right? The problem with damage is sometimes you have that flanker that shows up out of nowhere and they kill you. With Skadi, you can literally turn, shoot the ability point blank, and it jumps you back. So not only are you getting space from the flanker, but they are stopped in their tracks and they can't get out of it. It's super good. Really useful for Fade's dash. Damon's jump, if you are able to kind of stop her. And a lot of people, Lacey is broken, blah, blah, blah. If you use the ability, because it's not auto fire, you can use the ability and get Lacia in the middle of her teleport thing, and it'll stop her in her tracks. So right away, you're seeing the meta counter that we always talk about with heroes when we're saying who's better and who's not. I think that Skadi counters the meta. And not only that, I would say both these heroes are meta, right? You're looking at these heroes. What makes a hero really, really, really good? Movement. Not only does Skadi have movement, but she's a meta counter and she's in the meta. So she has all three of those. Judex, she does have that slow, but it's only in the movement of your aim, not your actual character. The blind is nice. Most people who are playing good heroes can actually get out of it. The only saving grace, honestly, for Judex is her ultimate and her gun. I understand for a lot of people, 2 shots is better than 3. But think about it. Only 6 heroes that aren't tanks can actually survive. And that little half second is not that big of a deal, I think. I think overall, the damage is pretty similar, but like I said, Skadi has more damage, right? She has better damage overall. Sure, Judex can hit people in the head and down them faster, but over time, where Judex is reloading, she's using her abilities. Skadi can actually do a lot more damage and use her movement capabilities to do so a lot easier than Judex can. So a lot of you guys are probably, you're curious. Well, obviously, Skadi wins overall abilities, right? So she has a more balanced kit. I think both kits are decently balanced, but Skadi's works better with her. I think overall her kit's just better. So ability 1's better, ability 2's better. So when you're pairing them together, they do more. She has more movement than Judex completely. She has insane movement, actually. She's got some of the best movement in the game. And she also has better damage. I will say it's nice to have a little bit of self-heal with Judex, so we'll give her that. I think that utility is probably tied because Skadi only has one ability, but it's meta countering, right? Judex has 2 utility abilities, but they're situational. If you run into a really good player, they're not going to care if you use either of these abilities on you as Judex. So I wouldn't really say that either of them are inching the other out in utility. That's kind of a debatable one, right? Obviously, you guys can talk about it in the comments. Leave it down below. Tell me what you think because, I've given movement and damage to Skadi, self-heal to Judex, utility is a tie, meta countering is to Skadi, and meta heroes, they're both meta, so they both get a point. Balance kit, I think both of them are balanced, so they both get a point. So overall, it's looking like Skadi is better when you're looking at just raw numbers. And, I think you can also figure out when you're looking at this, Judex just got a buff. So obviously people are going to be more excited to play her. I am very excited to play her. I think if you look at my gameplay and who I'm better with, I'm 100% better with Judex. However, I think Skadi's kit is a little bit better when you're being unbiased and looking at the numbers. I think it has more to offer. She's got that movement. She's got better damage. She's got better utility. I mean, just the simple fact that you have this right here. The fact that dubstop stops heroes, especially with a movement-based meta. The only hero that's not got a lot of movement that's meta is Jabali. All the other heroes have some sort of movement. Even Gloria has her passive. Hua Ling has her little invisibility thing. I would say both these heroes are meta, and guess what? Skadi has movement. Judex does not. So even dubstop is going to put Skadi above Judex, in my opinion. I know that Judex's ultimate is crazy. It's awesome. However, I don't think that the rest of her kit is going to make up for it. Those are just my thoughts. Honestly, I care more about who's best girl. Who do you guys think's cuter? Who's got the better skins? That's honestly what I care about in T3. Obviously, balance is important. But if I'm going to compare two characters, it's really coming down to, like, how cute is that skin right there? How cute? Like, straight up, it's the cutest skin in the game. And honestly, the Martian skin, I keep forgetting it. Modern Visitor is what it's called, actually. I just remembered. Modern Visitor is hot. I'll give you that. I have a 30-minute video saying how good this skin is. So I think obviously my opinion's pretty closed on who's better in what way. I think Skadi's not only best girl, but she's a better hero. So we'll go ahead. We will jump cut to some games. We'll just have some 3v3 really quick, really fast, and we'll play one of each and see how they do. So we'll jump to that now. Right. We've got a 4 and Alacia, so this is going to be pretty easy. We're basically just going to chill and switch halfway. So 20 kills, I figure. Once the team hits 10, we'll switch over to Skadi. Is he floating? Oh, that was weird. I don't know why it looked like he was floating. But I will probably basically be talking about the same stuff that I talked about before. Skadi versus Judex, right? I think that it's definitely something a lot of people are talking about, and I think it's actually a lot closer than some people are saying. I don't think it's necessarily like very one-sided, but it definitely seems like one of them's stronger than the other for me. I think that Skadi has a lot more movement, utility, better damage over time. Don't get me wrong, Judex is really strong. They're both crazy good heroes. In fact, I'd actually say that they're both S tier. But you can see my aim's not the best. This is like honestly like a 7-minute queue time, and we're just spawn camping them, which I'm not a fan of. So I don't really mind if we just kind of chill. And, you know, like a 4-minute addition to the video, it looks like. So overall, I really like Judex. I think I'm better with Judex. Is she just chilling? Alright, she must have disconnected. Usually they don't let you kill them like that. Get the Osas. There we go. And then there's the Aletta. Yeah. Anyways, not really sure what your guys' thoughts are. Pretty much just putting this at the end of the video so we can get some gameplay. You can see we are using the Judge of Love skin because honestly, it's one of my favorites, and I don't think I gave it enough love. when we were ranking the skins. Not as much as I should have anyway. Ooh, the Christina pick, I like it. Oh, we're lagging. Oh, we're lagging. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we can... There we go. Sorry about the lag, you guys. Honestly, like, the fact I even got this game in the first place is... See what I mean? Like, I totally shot that. You can't shoot it with auto fire like that, and then it doesn't work. Here, we'll let them kill us real quick. Ooh, you know what? Here, we'll use the ultimate, and then we'll switch over to Skadi. Because I will say that the ultimate that Judex has is insane. It's probably one of the better ultimates in the game, honestly. Here we go. Jump in. There we go, and a kill. Alright, so I don't think you can jump off the map, so we're going to let him kill us so we can switch over. Just because it's like 5 to 13. It's a little one-sided for sure. Kill me, guys. Kill me. Alright, it took all 3 of them, but we're going to switch over to Skadi. And we're rocking not only the Wanna Dance ultimate, but the Lady Lullaby skin as well, which is honestly one of my favorites, too. Love Skadi. She's definitely best girl in my eyes.
You barely cover yourself. Cover your own ass, motherfucker. I'm tired of hearing you fucking say that shit. Shut the fuck up.
Not sure what that was. Anyways.
Kaboom!
Hopefully you guys didn't hear that, but we might actually have to cut it out of the video. Like, look at that. The amp shot is just crazy. I think that the Wanna Dance ultimate is definitely a ton of fun, and Dubstop is insane. Overall, I think that Skadi, for me, is just more fun. She's obviously a lot cuter than Judex, in my opinion. And you guys know I try to be unbiased, but I do think that it's kind of more one-sided for me, especially as far as like my skill level goes. I have a lot more fun playing Skadi, and I think that's one of the reasons I think she's best girl. I am better with Judex, but I just you can't deny that she's got the movement. Boom, you know, this goes backwards. There is the what they call the Skadi fly, where you like hit them at the same time or something like that. I can't do it on mobile. And her ultimate's just more fun, like making somebody like, you know, dance in one direction is just so cool. We're not gonna lose even if they kill me, so see if we can get them to kill me real quick. I wanted to use my ultimate, but we're not gonna get to. Let them kill me okay, we ran out of time. Anyways, just a little short match for you guys, some 3v3 action, and just got carried by the other teammates. Guys, we're messing around, talking about who's best girl. Still decent stats, actually. I got the most kills. That's pretty crazy. Give some thumbs up to the teammates and the enemies. You know me, I always like everyone's performance, but that's going to do it for the video, you guys. Let me know your thoughts on who's better. Definitely who's best girl. I really want to know who you think's best girl, because I gotta say it's Skadi. I think she has a lot more going for her, and I think even if you line it up in an unbiased way, she still wins out in most areas over Judex. I will say the buff is nice, the headshot damage is good, and Judex is really strong. I think they're both S-tier characters, but I think when you compare apples to apples, I think Skadi's just a little bit better. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and we'll see ya in the next one.